enjoying my video, thanks. I don't talk during my commentary videos. Well, not commentary. I don't talk during my videos. It's just me putting the game. I got cool sound effects in it and stuff like that. If you like my videos, thanks, like, subscribe, and have a good day.
Cause I know you will. Cause I know you will.
Drove to the nearest hiking trail in my old blue truck and parked it under a big oak tree. We planned to camp the night in the woods and then hike back to our car and drive home.
Isn't it wonderful here?
Yeah, the sun rays feel so great. Even though the woods were deep and filled with tall trees whose tops could barely be seen, the sunlight reached the ground quite well. It must have been 10 or 12 minutes when we heard a loud gunshot. I grew up in the countryside, so I guessed it was the sound of a hunting rifle.
What was that?
Someone's hunting in the woods, I guess. Dorothy and I stopped and looked around. We were expecting to see the one who was responsible for the gunshot, but there was no one. We didn't hear any footsteps, so ignoring the matter, we started to walk again. This small incident didn't startle me. Like I said, it wasn't our first time camping in the woods. The woods were becoming denser with passing time, so we thought to find a common ground and settle for the night. After walking for half an hour or more, we came near a two-way. Two small trails headed into the woods, one on the left, the other on the right. We were discussing which path we should take when we heard the crunching sounds of dry leaves.
Someone's coming here. Let's wait and see. Maybe we can ask them for directions.
Okay. We kept staring at the hiking trails, confused, but we didn't have to wait long. A man came out from the right hiking trail holding a big hunting rifle in one hand and a dead wild boar in the other. Dorothy said in a low voice,
"Now we know who shot what."
The man didn't notice us at first, as he was walking while keeping his head down. But when he lifted his head and saw us standing in the middle of the jungle, he was shocked. He stopped and stared at us for a while. We stood there like before, waiting for him to walk up to us. Once he moved in front of me, I was finally able to see his face. He had messy hair that hadn't been combed in a long time. A foul body odor was coming from him that made the air around us heavy in a second. Fresh blood was splattered all over his trousers from the dead boar. He smiled, flashing his dirty yellow teeth, and licked his rough black lips without breaking eye contact with me. That very moment, a voice inside my head whispered, "This guy is bad news." But without getting freaked out, I tried to handle the situation as calmly as possible.
Hello.
Stay warm with hot rates with Advia's debt consolidation. Transfer high-interest loans, consolidate debt, or refinance to a lower rate. Then make 0 payments for the first 90 days. Members saved $12 million in interest in 2021. See how much you could save. Get started at adviacu.org/hot. Advia Credit Union. Real advantages for real people.
Tonight, we get to see one of the nation's premier freshmen at Notre Dame, Blake Wesley.
Blake Wesley is a guy that we really haven't seen in Notre Dame.
The freshman from the bend sticks it right home. The freshman delivers! That is cold-blooded! Blake Wesley, that is as good as it gets. The kid from South Bend has just delivered countless times this year.
Can you tell us which way we should take?
That depends on how deep you want to go.
Dorothy and I exchanged a look, understanding the dirty pun in his joke. Anyway, never mind. We'll find our own way. We walked past him, being pissed off, but the man just stood there, holding that same filthy smile. I even turned back to see if he was following us, but he didn't move an inch from the previous spot, standing tall and watching us walk away. After some time, we finally found a spot to camp. It was a small, barren patch of land amidst the woods. Dorothy got busy putting up the tent while I sat down to make a fire. As the night fell, the ambiance of the woods started to change drastically. Crickets were chirping from every bush. The echoing howl of coyotes made the environment chilling. I barbecued a whole chicken, and Dorothy got out some beers. After the long walk and a bizarre encounter with a creepy stranger, my mind was too tired to enjoy the true camping vibe.
Are you still thinking about that guy?
Yeah, what a weird dude.
Don't worry, he's probably just not used to seeing two girls hiking in the woods.
I don't think he's used to seeing any girls at all, bloody jerk. Somehow, I managed to let the matter go from my mind and started drinking myself to sleep. We laughed and cherished the nightlife in the woods for a few hours, then decided to go to sleep. The plan was to wake up early and hike back, so we needed to restore our energy. I don't exactly remember the time, but I woke up hearing scratching noises. I was drunk, so at first I ignored it and tried to sleep, but suddenly my eyes went to the end of my feet. The entrance of the tent was closed with a zipper, and I could see the zipper being pulled slowly. Someone was unzipping our tent from the outside. I got up immediately in fear and woke up Dorothy.
Dorothy, there's someone outside our tent.
What?
Before we knew it, a familiar foul smell choked my nostrils, and that same man from the morning slowly peeked his head inside our tent. I will never be able to forget the scene. There was something in his eyes that made me feel disgusting. He didn't say anything, just watched us and smiled. He didn't even get in. He just stayed there. We were so shocked and spellbound that for a moment none of us made a single move. The man then let out a spine-chilling laugh and said,
Girls like you shouldn't be in these woods at night.
What do you want? Do you want money? Just take our bags and leave, or you'll be in huge trouble.
I will be in trouble? You girls are funny. Who are you going to call? The cops? I highly doubt it.
Saying this, he suddenly grabbed my leg and started to pull me out of the tent. I screamed at the top of my lungs for help, but except Dorothy, no one heard me. Dorothy grabbed my hand, trying to pull me back, but the man had enormous strength. He pulled me out of the tent and kicked me in the stomach with his boots while I lay frozen on the muddy ground. His one kick blurred my vision, as I could barely take the pain. I then heard him going for Dorothy, and she screamed, just like me. Then I remembered. I kept a hunting knife under my pillow, just in case. I yelled, gathering all my strength,
Dorothy, my knife, under my pillow, use it, use it!
The man didn't expect us to carry any kind of weapon, so before he could prepare himself for a counterattack, I heard Dorothy let out a vengeful scream, followed by another excruciating scream from the man. He fell on his back, holding his face, and Dorothy came out of the tent. She helped me get up, and I saw she had stabbed that freak in the eye with my hunting knife. The man was sobbing in pain and cursing us at the same time. Taking advantage of his downfall, we grabbed our bags and started to run in our pajamas. But the man didn't stop there. He too got up and, growling in pain, took out the knife from his eye. Dorothy and I watched as he pulled the entire hunting knife from his eye, dripping blood like a fountain.
You two skinny bitches. You think you can defeat me? I will cut your skin and hang them dry. I will hunt you down like the wild boars in these woods.
We ran for our lives, but the psycho chased us, bleeding from his eye, yet holding the knife in his hand. We didn't stop, didn't look back, just ran and ran. When we finally reached the truck, we immediately hopped in. I closed the driver's side door, and the man came rushing at me full speed, trying to get in, but I didn't give him a single chance. Filled with anger and hatred, he walked to the front of our truck and peed on the bonnet while laughing like a crazy lunatic. I wanted to run him over with my truck, but as soon as I started the engine, he stepped back and said,
Be careful. Girls like you don't get lucky every time.
and disappeared into the woods. We filed a complaint about this guy, but I don't think the cops will find him. I just hope no other girl ever comes across such a devil. Like he said, not everyone gets lucky.
I call it the wheel.
I don't think so. What does it do?
It rolls.
Yeah, so does a bagel, okay? A bagel you can eat. One of the worst ideas I've ever heard.
Brother David, behold, it's a fork. I got 10 forks right here, baby.
till text me now. Want me to give it to Johnson. Damn the nigga baby on fire, it won't go out. They know that the nigga's a problem. Gotta be 4-5 on D-Cop. Go. Using big words like I'm T.I. Turn up. Don't wanna get. Hey.